Debs Donnelly on Solihull Radio.
Hello, I'm back. I hope I'm finding you all well and you've all looked after yourself like I instructed you last week. Now, I have a little bit of a problem this week. Well, it's not a little bit of a problem. It's not. It's not a major problem either. We'll survive. We will survive. My guest isn't coming in. And the big thing that I was going to do this week was a lot of positive affirmations, thoughts, you know, how to cope with change, and because we were both into it, but he can't make it. So I'm on my own, which I don't mind too much because I love my little show. It's like a little cosy thing that you can listen to on a Saturday night wearing your little woolly bed socks. And it wraps itself. I'd like to think it wraps itself around you like that. So, even though my guest hasn't turned up, I'm going to have a couple of weeks now where I haven't, because I expected 2 weeks of guests, which I had one last week. He hasn't turned up this week. And I was going to have a quiet week with you. We were going to have a very intimate week next week, just me and my listeners. But unfortunately, because he hasn't turned up, we're going to have an intimate 2 weeks, unless I can find myself a guest before next week, which I'm going to do my best. Now, that was Blancmange, and the reason I played that was because I did actually go and see those in concert. When I was a wee lassie, I actually went to see them in concert, and somebody bought me the Best of Blancmange CD. I told you what I was going to do, didn't I? When I found out I hadn't got a guest this week, I went through my CD collection, and I'm going to try and play you some CDs every week from my collection, because I've got quite an eclectic little mix. I'm not a one-track person, if you know what I mean. So I am thinking that I actually will try and play you some tracks. Oh gosh, excuse me, I'm losing my voice. Let's get that right. That's lovely. Oh no, it isn't. Stop. How rude, interrupting me like that. Do you know what? Sometimes you just think you're doing the right thing and then somebody interrupts you like that. Right, I have got a few new tracks this week. Paul McCartney's new song. I'm going to play Sophie Ellie. My teeth aren't working this week. It's because I've got myself all worked up. Sophie Ellis Bextor's new song. I'm going to play Kylie Minogue's new song. I'm really going for it this week. I'm going to be like a proper radio presenter and find all these new tracks. Oh, and I've got to say, I was going to say to my guest, which I say to all my guests, we are live on air, please do not swear. Talking about swearing on air, I was listening to Graham Norton this morning and a lady said a naughty word. So it makes you feel, it's ever so weird because it makes you feel a bit better because you know people who are up there at Wogan House or whatever it's called actually make the same mistakes that we do. And I do actually say to my guests every week when I have them on, you are alive on air, please do not swear. Bit like Davina used to when she was doing Big Brother or whatever it was she did. It was. Well, they've got rid of that. They've axed it, haven't they? Well, I think it had actually had its day, to be fair, and I think it got a bit what's it this week? Anyway, what I'm going to say to you, we're going to have a word with Donnelly Mansion. I'm going to let you know what's happened in Donnelly Mansions this week because I've had a bit of a sad week this week, but I'm okay. I'm getting back in my saddle as you always do. Well, what do I always say to you? If anything goes wrong and you're not feeling particularly great, give yourself a few days grace and then get back in the saddle. But the thing is, when I fall off my saddle, I lose my confidence a little bit and I start to question everything I'm doing. And it's not a good state to be in. But my eyes were a bit leaky today, but I'm all right. I'm okay. Deb Don's all right. She's going to survive. I always survive. I can't have been through anything worse than I've been through. Right, I'm going to play you now. And I hadn't heard this for ages, but I was listening to Chris Evans the other morning, and because he actually turned down the job at Solihull Radio to go to Virgin, and we were very emotionally but we came off better, actually, Christopher Evans. Do you know why we came off better? Because we got Natalie. And Natalie's a lovely, lovely sounding lady. And she's got, I'll tell you what, our Natalie has got the loveliest eyes I've ever seen. I was looking at the presenter's profile pictures yesterday, as you do. Well, actually, I wasn't. I wasn't looking at I was looking at mine and thinking, oh my gosh, if I was rich, I'd have the bags done. But I won't. But our Natalie has got the most piercing blue eyes I've ever seen. You're a very pretty girl, young lady. And she actually beat Chris Evans to the morning job because we actually picked the better one out of the two. That's all I'm saying. So I'm going to play you. Anyway, this is the song he played the other morning. It was Keen. This is the last time. And I haven't actually heard this for absolutely ages. And when I heard it, I thought, oh, I'm going to play that on Saturday. I forgot what a good song it is. So here we go. We're going to have a look at this. And we're going to play it. Here we go. Come on then.
This is the last time that I will say these words. I remember the first time, the first of many lies, sweet bed into the corner. I remember the bed to say these things, they go away, but they never do. Something I wasn't sure of, but I was in the middle of. Something I forget now, but I seem too little of. The last time you fall on me for anything you like, you won last night. You fall on me for anything you like, and yes, make everything right. You fall on me for anything you like, and I know I don't mind. This is the last time that I will show my face, one last tender lie, and then I'm out of this place. I tread it into the carpet, I hide it under the stairs. You say that some things never die. Well, I tried and I tried. Something I wasn't sure of, but I was in the middle of. Something I forget now, but I've seen too little of. The last time you fall on me for anything you like, you won last night. You fall on me for anything you like, and yes, make everything right. You fall on me for anything you like, and I know I don't mind. The last time you fall on me for anything you like, you won last line. You fall on me for anything you like, and yes, make everything right. You fall on me for anything you like, and I know I don't mind.
Oh, I love that song. Absolutely. Keen. Oh, love them. Absolutely love them. And I went to see, do you know, when I was younger, I did quite a lot of stuff, didn't I? I need to get myself back in the game. Anyway, you can contact me if you've got a request or you've got any opinions on anything. Now, be gentle with me. And please remember, we are on live on air and you cannot swear. If you've got any opinions on anything, any ideas you'd like to give me, anything at all, I will tell you about any new idea. I'm just actually winging it a little bit tonight because I had based my show around my guest. But whatever I'm talking about, I'm hoping it doesn't sound like waffling. I will discuss with you some ideas I've had for my show. So if you have any opinions on them, please let me know. Or if you'd like to join in, or at any point, if you'd like to be a guest on my show. Now, when I say a guest on my show, I don't mean you just come in and talk about last week's dirty laundry, because that's not going to work. I'd like somebody who has a story of interest, maybe a local businessman, maybe a local entertainer, maybe somebody who's got, you know, I love anything. I quite like history as well. So if you've got anything that you know about Solihull, or anything in Solihull, or the reason behind anything in Solihull, please let me know. We have got, I'm going to give you a notice later about a memorial that actually is being set up in Solihull for servicemen and women who lost their lives in the First World War. So maybe it might be, do you know, that would be lovely actually, to have somebody on who comes on and talks about that. Even, I know you might be a bit elderly by now and it might be a bit of a struggle, but it'd be nice to get somebody who was in the First World War on. You know, we can get you up here. Whether we'll get you back down is another thing. We might have to, I don't know. You know those big slides that they get on planes when there's been a crash? We might have to slide you down one of them. Hopefully not. Anyway, you can call me on 0121 704 0185 or text me on 075 64 30 30 64, or you can email me on studio@solihullradio.com. One of my listeners, who's not only a listener but a very good friend of mine, and he's always ready for a big cuddle, is our Tony. He does look after me very well. Thank you, Tony. You're a very, very good friend to me. I hadn't heard from you for ages. I wondered where you were. Had you fell down a hole? I don't know where you've been. Anyway, he has actually phoned in for a request, emailed in for a request, and I quite like this song. Might have a little bop round the studio while nobody's looking. Mind you, Jeff he's got a roving eye now. When I say a roving eye, Kate, I don't mean a roving eye. I mean he can help us from the comfort of his living room now, because he's set up a little thing that helps us if we get a bit worried. So I'm going to wave to you now, Jeff. I know you probably not got it on, but there you go. Anyway, Can't Stop the Feeling by Justin Timberlake. Now, this is a good, come on. Your little diddlies will be in their pyjamas by now, so I'm sure they might like a little dance to this. Should I put it on and see what happens? See whether they jiggle about a bit.
I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. Off from my city, off from my home. We're flying up no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off it, moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it, so don't stop. And under the lights when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel good, good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, 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 come on. Ooh, it's something magical. It's in the air, it's in my blood, it's rushing on. I don't need no reason, don't need control. I fly so high, no ceiling when I'm in my zone. Cause I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off it, moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it, so don't stop, stop, stop. Under the lights when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine. you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel good, good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, dance, dance. I can't stop the feeling, yeah. So keep dancing. Oh, yeah, yeah. I can't stop the. 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 Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel good, good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. Everybody say.
Do you know what? That's brilliant, isn't it? I love that song, actually. I'm just... Oh, hang on a minute. I've got something going on here. Right. I don't want to deafen you or anything that worries me slightly. Let's say, oh, yes, I have got something going on. Oh, we're not going to do that. Anyway, I am going to try and play my ads. Now, the problem is... I don't know if I've got any sound for them. But I'll tell you what. If not, I'll do an impression of them. But I can't remember them all. Let's try it, shall we? Let's try and see if it's working. It's not working. Why isn't it playing? It's just not working. I don't know what's going on. But I am not panicking. I am not sweating. There is nothing wrong. Oh, let's have a look what happens to that. If I press that button there, does that work now? Let's try now. Let's try. No, it doesn't want to play. Do I feel like I'm worrying? No. Do I sound like I'm worrying? No, because I don't anymore. I'll tell you what, when I first started doing this, I used to get all shaky and if anything went wrong, I'd be on the phone, oh, Jeff, I can't do this, it's not doing it. Anyway, but now I don't. I think, right, okay, there's obviously something that's not quite right, so I'm not going to stress myself about it. I'm just going to go with the flow. Well, you know roughly about the ads. There's a condensation advert, there's a fireplace advert, there's a Stagecoach Academy advert, there's, might pop in there on the way home, isn't there? There's, what is it, the Indian something? Where, yep, that advert. So, there you go. That was a brief moment of adverts. It wasn't the best. And I'm not going to do the Solihull Radio bit because I don't need to because I've got this. Hang on a minute. But let me find it. Oh dear me, it's all going on today. I don't have to do that because I've got this. Look.
Solihullradio.com.
And then I got this.
Solihull Radio.
See, actually, it wasn't far out of tune. Mind you, saying from my end, it probably was. From your end, you're probably sitting there with your hands over your ears, bless you. Anyway, as I said, in Donnelly Mansions this week, I had a bit of a down moment because it would have been my I call him my wingman because he helped me fly the plane a little bit. It would have been his 48th birthday, and I thought this year I might get through it okay. Because it is 3 years, and I thought I thought I'd get up and I'd think, oh, it's his birthday today, bless him, happy birthday, my love, up where on the cloud you're on, and I'd be okay, you see, because the time was going on. But the reason I'm telling you this is because if you're going through what I've been through, it's to say that it does improve, but you just feel like some days it's not as good as it could be. So please don't be beating yourself up and think I should be standing up in my boots by now, because it's not necessarily so. Anyway, he would have been 48 this year. He was 44 when he died. And I think this year, what suddenly struck me was how young he was. And because I was very lucky, I had a toy boy. He was 7 years younger than me. I know, lucky lady I was. And it knocked me a bit flat. So I've took a bit longer to get up than I normally would. But I've got to say that this radio show of mine is actually my saving grace. Because he throws a curveball at you. Because I was supposed to have a guest on tonight. He texted me at 4:10 to say, I won't be able to make it. I don't think I'll be able to come on tonight. Okay. Did I panic? No. Actually, I got a bit of an adrenaline rush. Because I suddenly thought, oh, this is exciting. This is why I like radio. Because, okay, he's not going to be here. And suddenly all the things that I was going to do, which were sort of... focused around my guest, just suddenly went out the window, which means I'm still going to do what I was going to do, what's happening in Solihull and theatre news and what's happening in Touchwood and all these things. I'm still going to do all that, but it just means that I'm sort of, in a way, we're going to have a bit of a party. If you've got the alcohol, I'll be around. Just text me your address, I'll be round, I'll have a glass in each house. But the thing is, I can't because I'm driving. How am I going to get to your house otherwise? But what I'm trying to say is, I didn't panic, and I felt so much better for the moment. And I actually text Nick because I knew that Jeff was busy because he's, we've all got families outside of here. We don't live here. And so I texted Nick and said, my guests let me down. And he went, oh, no guests. Oh, that emoji with the big bulgy eyes. Anyway, yes, but there's no panic. In fact, he's done me a favour because the fact that he didn't turn up sort of stopped me focusing on myself for a bit, because I suddenly thought, oh, what am I going to do now? Well, what I'm going to do now is I might actually get through my music list tonight, because I didn't do that many because, as I say, I thought I'd got a guest, but I haven't, so I'm not going to worry. I'm going to play Stereophonics now. We're going to play Dakota, and we're going to have an absolutely wonderful time. So top up those what time is it now? 6:25 on a Saturday. Go on, top up your glass and dance along to this.
look at me now. So take a 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 look at me now. Take a look at me now. Take a look at me now. So 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 take a look at me now.
Oh, do you know, I love his voice. I like a man with a gravelly voice. Maybe I should. Oh, maybe that's what I should be looking for. A man with a gravelly voice. Nothing else, just a gravelly voice. You know what I'm saying? Oh, right. What was I going to say? On the 6th of October in Touchwood is the wedding fair. Now, I've mentioned this before. I'm going to mention a couple of things that actually Reevesy mentioned last night. And because they were important to me, well, I personally have a very strong belief in them. So I need you to help me out a bit, if you don't mind. Excuse me, I just had a itchy nose. What's that? My nan used to say, if you've got an itchy nose, that's surprise or argument. I don't know where she got that from. That's like, don't walk under ladders. Don't put your shoes on the table. Don't put a brolly up in the house. Do you know what? Who does put a brolly up in the house? I don't know. But anyway, somebody. Oh, actually, it's usually children. And you see that the absolute terror in parents' eyes when they do it. Right. Now, there is a wedding fair on the 6th of October. Saturday, the 6th of October, morning and afternoon. It's free. So if you've got your big day looming, like a looming thing, why don't you pop along to Touchwood and see if there's anything there you like. It might give you some ideas. It's a wonderful thing, actually, a wedding fair. Because it's absolutely wonderful if you take the man in your life with you and watch him sweat at how much money you're going to spend on your special day. You see a slight flushed look to this man's eyes. And then he looks at the price of the wedding dresses and he goes a sort of insipid green. And then sort of goes, yes, dear, because he loves you, really. That's what it's about. It's about being in love. Oh, I'm a soppy old thing, really. I do think love's a lovely emotion. Here we go.
Debs Donnelly on Solihull Radio.
And what else is going on? Oh, next week. Now, brace yourselves, because Solihull Radio is actually going to be at Fun in the Park. I'm not going to be there till the Sunday. I was going to think about doing the Saturday, but I've discovered I don't mind. I mean, I will do Saturdays. I've got no problem. But I did find when I did Armed Forces Day, but maybe it's because it was a hot day. It could have been because it was really hot. Oh my gosh, it was so hot that day. And by the time I got to, this is what I literally did. I left Armed Forces Day, dived in my front door, grabbed a bottle of water, changed my dress because I was so hot, got to the studio because we were at the old studio then. That was it. I probably had 5-10 minutes in my house that day. So by the time the end of the programme had come, the end of my show had come, I was absolutely done in. So maybe I didn't do that the right way around. But I'm actually going to be there on the Sunday at Fun in the Park with hopefully quite a few of us will be there. And you will see us in our splendent, in our blue T-shirts with Solihull Radio on the left part of our chest. And on the back, you can't miss it. www.solihullradio.com. Right. If you want to call the show, please do. It's 01217040185. You can ring me just to have a chat because the person I was going to chat to isn't here. You might quite like to talk to me. I'm not scary, really. Well, I don't know. Might be a little bit scary. You can text us on 075 64 30 30 64. Or you can text us on studio@solihullradio.com. It's entirely up to you. There are 3 options open to you. Either way, we'll be glad to hear from you. So please come. Let me tell you what's going to be on at Fun in the Park before I put... I don't know what to... I think I might put Paul McCartney. Is he the same as Paul McCartney, but in an Irish version? Anyway, I might put Paul McCartney on in a minute. In fact, I think I will put Paul McCartney. I'm going to tell you what's on at Fun at the Park. There's going to be a classic car display. Well, my old car would have actually fit in there very well, but now I have a new nippy little number. It wouldn't fit in there at all. Right, okay. Classic motorbike display. Ooh. Face painting, swing boats, dog agility course, pony rides, go-karts, games, and lots more. Oh, should I have a go at this one, Jeff? What do you think? Belly dancing. Singing, footy bugs. Oh, footy bugs come into our school. They're a nice bunch of lads, actually. Really nice. Local food and produce. Oh, I'm hungry already. Local craft ales, and now I know where. Jeff, and the dog show. You can enter your dog in the dog show. Have you got a dog? You can't enter it if you haven't got one. You can't just go out and kidnap somebody's pooch just because you feel that you should. That's what I'm saying. But make it along. Come along. I'll see what time it starts. 11 a.m. till 5 p.m. There you go. So that gives me time to get my ironing done before I land. Right. Okay then. I shall do my ironing, leave the house at roughly 10:30 and be there for 11 in my blue Insplendent t-shirt. I'm going to play Paul McCartney's new song now. I do like this one, and I thought, is this Macca, when I heard it? And it was. I've heard it a few times now. I don't know whether you've not heard it, but it's a really nice song, actually. Quite like it.
I saw you flash a smile that seemed to me to say you wanted so much more than casual conversation. I swear I caught a look before you turned away. Now I don't see the point resisting your temptation. Did you come on to me? Will I come on to you? If you come on to me, will I come on to you? I don't think I can wait like I'm supposed to do. How soon can we arrange a formal introduction? We need to find a place where we can be alone to spend some special time without an interruption. If you come on to me, will I come on to you? If you come on to me, will I come on to you? Before you grab your coat, I'll try to be discreet. You know we can't be seen exchanging information. Well, I saw you flash a smile that seemed to me to say you wanted so much more than casual conversation. If you come on to me, then I'll come on to you. If you come on to me, then I'll come on to you. If you come on to me, will I come on to you? If you come on to me, will I come on to you? If you come on to me, then I'll come on to you. If you come on to me, then I'll come on to you. If you come on to me, then I'll come on to you. If you come on to me, then I'll come on
tell you what, for a man who's in his 70s, he's not doing bad, is he, Paul? I thought that was absolutely brilliant. I heard it the other day, and then I heard it again, and I thought, oh, I like that. And I thought, who is it? And I thought, that doesn't sound like Paul McCartney, and it is. Don't you think he's doing well? I mean, he's in his 70s, and I don't think his voice actually has changed. I think your voice does change a little bit as you get older. You get sort of more of a... It's because your body's tired, isn't it? Can't be bothered to move your jaw up and down. That's the problem. Right, okay. A couple of things that I wish to mention. Right. Let me see if I can find... Right. This... Touchwood, Solihull. Now, I know Reevesy mentioned this last night, but I think it's a beautiful thing. And I did mention it last week. So I think that really it's something that you should all get involved with and something that you actually should be proud of. Touchwood, Solihull, are asking for local residents to nominate the names of servicemen and women that lost their lives during the First World War. And basically what they're going to do is they're going to do... a statue. Well, I think there was just one statue. I think there's a few soldiers on it, but they're like 6 foot tall. The actual installation will be 6 foot, so they're the size of proper men. Well, not proper men. Oh no, that sounded bad. I don't mean proper men. I mean their size of their life size. That's what I'm trying to say. That's it. I didn't mean that. I'm not saying that any man under 6 foot is not a proper man. Please. Anyway, excuse me. And next to it is going to be, from what I understand, is going to be plaques with the name of the nominated people on. So basically what they want is for you to go and nominate. It may be a relative, it may be somebody who your relative knew, it may be some, but it's for servicemen and women who lost their lives during World War One. And can you contact with the name, if you're interested, Tilly Gilbert. What a fantastic name. I love that name. Tilly Gilbert. Oh, that's almost as good. Do you know the other name I always like is that actress, what's her name? Honeysuckle Weeks. Wow. What a name. Oh, there's me, Deb Donnelly. Anyway, you can contact Tilly on tilly.gilbert at McCann. Now it's MCCANN. It's not just one C, it's two C's. So it's tilly.gilbert at McCann, MCCANN.com. From Friday the 20th. Oh, it's up until Friday the 21st of September. And then what happens is from the 1st of November, the installation is actually going to be in Touchwood, and you can go and see it. And if you have the urge, just touch it. And it's going to be there till, well, I think it's going to be there. Is it going to be a permanent one? But it's going to be there to celebrate Armistice Day. Oh, I got the word right. So please be proud. Get on to Tilly. Give them somebody your name, the name of the person. As I say, it may be a relative, it may not. It's entirely up to you. But it may be somebody you know of that died in the First World War. Right. The other thing that really struck a chord with me this week is organ donation. Now, what is happening is 8 out of 10 people in the UK carry a donor card, including myself. I carry a donor card, and they fail to tell their families, and then their families refuse to donate the organs when they die. Obviously, they're in shock. It's a time that, some doctor coming up to you and saying, can we use so-and-so's organs for blah, 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 is not a good time. But if by any chance the families knew about it before not that you're planning to drop off this mortal coil, but if your family knew about it prior to anything happening to you, it would actually be something they wouldn't really have to think about. Now, I've said to my girls, I have a kidney. I keep saying kidney. It isn't just kidney. I have a donor card in my bag, in my purse. If anything happens to me, I've told them all this. I want my kidneys used to save a life. So my girls know that if anything happened to me, they go in my purse and they give that card to the consultant, whoever it is, and I have a list of organs that I want removed from my body to give to somebody to save their lives. I didn't bother with my eyes because my eyes are absolutely awful, and I'd hate to inflict poor vision on somebody, but I actually went for the parts of my, like my kidneys and my liver and I think my lungs. I put my lungs down. Anyway, either way, the part of my body that my daughters, if they actually had to go and see me again, wouldn't notice so much. That's why I did like my main trunk of my body, if you like. So, if you have actually got a donor card, make sure that you've told your family that you have a donor card. So, I mean, they can always go against your wishes because you can't argue with them, actually, can you, afterwards? But it's important that they know, because it's important that, I mean, what are you going to do? What are you going to do with your organs? Are you going to put them in a bag and take them with you? I don't think so. And at the end of the day, your body's just an overcoat that somebody up there gave you to make you look good. So why not save somebody's life? It's worth considering, and I think if the government get their way, it's going to be compulsory anyway. So either way, you're going to have to do it. I'm not going to lie to you. I did it, and I did it. Actually, what prompted me to do it was the fact that when my husband got cancer, that I thought, hang on a sec. If somebody else got cancer and it was in an organ that could be used, they could remove that organ and I could replace that organ with my organ. So that is why, and it made me think, because I couldn't give, what did they give him? I couldn't give stem cells because after a certain age you can't give you stem cells. I didn't know that. But after a certain age you cannot give you stem cells because then they're not as, it's awful to say, isn't it? They're not as fresh as a young person. And you need fresh stem cells to do it. So I thought, what's my alternative? How can I save somebody after their death, my death? So I went for organ donation because I know I can do that. And if I saved a little baby or a little child or a grown man or a man who's been poorly, a woman or a man who's been poorly for a very long time, I think I'd be quite happy with that. That would be my lasting legacy on this planet. Right, now we've got all serious and grumpy and whatever. I think that I should play. Shall I go for Blancmange again? Should we do one more Blancmange song? Or should we go? Yes, we will. And then we'll... What time is it now? Oh, it's 10 to 7 already. Look at this. We're going to go for a bit of Blancmange.
And no reasons for actions in a dream.
Right, okay, so that was a bit of blancmange once more. Oh, do you remember when you were at school and the teacher used to make you eat blancmange? I didn't mind it. I know my friend used to think, she didn't like it at all. It was just absolutely, she was like, "Bleh," every time she was, I said, don't do that. Just showing yourself up.
Debs Donnelly on Solihull Radio.
And then, she sort of went, I don't like it. I said, but the thing is that's why I'll tell you, that's where my fear of swede came from. Well, I haven't actually got a fear of swede. Just don't eat swede. Because when I was at school, they used to, you're not leaving this table till you vet that. And it was awful. Absolutely awful, I've got to say. So I've never ate swede. I don't do root vegetables at all. I just don't like them. And that's it. Right, now I've took you back into my past. On tomorrow, it's, Sunday, the 16th of September. That's tomorrow, believe it or not. Where's this month going? Next thing we're going to be doing is getting the Christmas CDs out on Solihull Radio. And we'll be like, I wonder if we'll have any Christmassy functions. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Another excuse to buy a posh frock. It's a good job. My wingman isn't around actually because the amount of dresses I'm buying at the moment. I'm going to tell you. I think I'm allowed. I think I'm okay to mention it. So I will, because it's all over social media. What we've been nominated for. I'll tell you about it in a bit. Anyway, what's happening in Solihull tomorrow at Tudor Grange Leisure Centre? Colin Jackson, the Olympian, is there. Colin Jackson, I think, was a runner, wasn't he? Or was he a javelin? I can't remember. I know his face, and I'd know him if he walked past me in the street. I can't remember which sport he did now, but he was an Olympian. And he's at Tudor Grange Leisure Centre tomorrow, and he'll be there throughout the day, and we'll be taking part in a circuit class, 12:30 to 1:30. So that would be brilliant to do a circuit class with an Olympian, I hear you say. Oh, what more could a woman want in her life? Right, now, the only thing is, with this circuit class, he's going to be taking part. He's not going to just stand on the side poking you with his finger going, get on with it, you lazy person. No, he's not going to be doing that. Right, okay, you need to book a place. The reason you need to book a place is because if we all surge forward and poor Colin Jackson will be a flattened person on the floor and beyond recognition and a trainer mark on his cheek. Right, so to book a place you need to ring, or no you don't, you need to go onto a technical device and press in www.everyoneactive.com/Solihull Open Days. And you can book yourself a place on that little circuit. Well, it won't be a little circuit. It'll be quite a big circuit. If it's in the hall at the back, it's going to be a massive circuit. So if I was you, I'd take your trainers, a towel, your PE kit, and a drink. Right. So as I say, you need to book a place on www.everyoneactive.com/Solihull Open Days. And it is at Tudor Grange Leisure Centre, and the pleasurable company of Mr. Colin Jackson will be there. There's another part for next weekend, which I will tell you about after I have played the next track, which is going to be one of my favourite James Bond themes. No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die. Right, if you'd like to ring me, because I was going to have company this evening, and I get a bit lonely on my own now. You can ring me on 01217040185, or you can text me on 075 64 30 30 64, or you can email me on studio@solihullradio.com. I am now going to play a Bond theme, and I am going to... Now, my thought of the day wasn't going to be a thought of the day, because I had a guest and we were going to do a whole thought of the day. But I panicked. Well, I didn't actually. No, I didn't panic. I suddenly thought, what can I do for my thought of the day then? Because I need to regale my listeners with a positive thought. And I'm going to tell you about something I found the other night online. We're going to play this bit of this first.
This is the end. Hold your breath and count to 10. Feel the earth move and then hear my heart burst again. For this is the end. I've drowned and dreamt this moment, so overdue I owe them. Swept away, I'm stolen. Let the sky fall when it crumbles. We will stand tall. You'll never have my heart. Let the sky fall when it crumbles. We will stand tall. I'll face it all together. Let the sky fall when it crumbles. We will stand tall. I'll face it all. Where you go, I go. What you see, I see. I know I'll never be me without the security. All your loving arms keeping me from harm. Put your hand in my hand and we'll stand. Let the sky fall when it crumbles.
Lovely listener, I have a caller on Sky4 on line 1. Let me get to. Hello, Tony. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, Debbie. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you. This is my friend Tony O'Hagan, and we have been married in quite a few plays, haven't we, Tony?
Yes, we have. Yeah, only in theatre land.
Not in real life. I don't think Tony could put up with me in real life.
Well, I heard you say I did have a request earlier on in the show, and then you were wondering where I'd been. So I've actually been on holiday with my mother.
Oh, have you? Did you go anywhere nice?
Yeah, we went on a little cruise.
Oh, how
yeah,
lovely.
like just for a week, and then my mum stayed with me for another week. So that's why I've been a bit quiet on the request front.
No, it's
But,
okay.
when you were saying you were feeling a bit lonely, I just couldn't. I couldn't leave it. I had to phone you to make sure you were okay.
Yeah, I'm all right. I was just saying to the listeners, I've had a bit of a downy few days, but I'm feeling better than I did, so that's good.
And I think that happens. People do have, down days, don't they?
Yes,
so
yeah.
It's something that happens, and, but I think that's when you can, as I say, lean on your friends, really.
Well, that's it, yes.
So which brings me on to one of the reasons why I was ringing, which is some of my friends are appearing in a show at Hall Green Little Theatre.
They are?
Which is a Vicar of Dibley Christmas, and a hyphen, the Second Coming.
And have you seen it yet?
I haven't, but I'm doing the bar on a Monday night.
Good boy.
I'm not doing free drinks, everybody. You will have to pay, but we do have a very well-priced, very, very affordably priced bar. So I should be there on Monday night, giving my all there, and I am hoping to see the show later in the week.
Right, okay. Well, Ros was saying when she was on the other week that she has a very good selection of gin now.
Yeah, well, I'm not. Funnily enough, gin seems to be very, very popular at the moment.
It does. I've never drank it. I'm not going to lie. I've never tried it. I might try it.
I've tried it, but I do find that I'm not a huge drinker, so
No.
I find that if I have gin and perhaps tonic, I get a little bit tiddly.
Oh, you don't. Oh, I'm not going
Which
to
I'm not used to getting, so...
Only a northern man
because it's quite refreshing to drink. So you start drinking it, and then you realise, this is actually a little bit more powerful than I thought. But yeah. So, but after the show's over on the 24th, this is my other little plug.
Yeah, go on, carry on.
Hall Green Little Theatre are having a new members' night.
Right.
And that starts at 7:45. So that's the Monday, the 24th of September. So generally what happens is we let people see the play, and then people go, I'd like to do that, or I'd like to get involved. So if everybody wants to come along to Hall Green Little Theatre, which is on Pemberley Road in Haycox Green. Now, don't get me started on why Hall Green is in Haycox Green.
Well, you see, my house is Haycox Green, and I cross the road, and it's Hall Green.
There we are. So,
Yeah.
but if anybody would like to come along, and one thing I would say, we've been told, Debbie, you were saying how sometimes, this week you've been feeling a bit low, and you were going to have a guest on talking about positive thinking and things, that generally, if anybody is feeling a little bit low or a bit, I need a bit more activity in my life, you're very welcome to join Hall Green Little Theatre or any theatre that's near you. Because as one of my hats at the theatre is a little theatre guild.
It is, isn't
for
it?
the
Yes.
Theatre of Great Britain. And there are lots of theatres about, and they need help. And it's not just acting they need help with. They need help definitely with people backstage. If anybody's got any carpentry, skills, or is good with admin, the box office. So, as I say, we welcome people at Hall Green Little Theatre, but there are lots of theatres about, and, if you're ever feeling a bit, I'd like to get involved in something, and, perhaps even if it's as a distraction from perhaps how you're feeling, honestly, I would recommend that to any of your listeners.
And this is how I started, isn't it, Tony? I came along.
It was.
And
It's
yes.
funny because I remember it.
Remember it
when
well.
you came along. Well, the thing about you, Debbie, as we all, as us listeners now know, once you hear Debbie, you don't forget her. So, and you came along, and I think you were saying, Andy, you won't get me on that stage.
Oh, no, I did. I said that
And
today.
that was it. And these days, we have trouble getting you off.
Oh, I know. But I do love, actually, I'd just like to say, dear listener, that I do love acting with Tony because he's a proper northern lad, and he just calls a spade, and he just does what he needs to do. But we've had a few good plays together, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. And that, I think that's the other thing. It's about what I like about the theatre is teamwork. You're working with people, and you're very reliant on each other as well. Particularly if you're sort of in a scene and it's a bit like tennis. You need the person opposite you to hit that ball over the net so that you can hit it back to them, and that's the lines.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
And also, as you did, Debbie, in the play we did, Call Me Dusty, you had quite a couple of scenes where you had quite long monologues to do with, like, you were on your own on stage. And again, this is you were the lady who was saying, you won't get me on stage, and within 18 months, you were doing something that's quite hard to do, and particularly in the studio when it's a lovely place to be, but you've got the audience are very close to you.
They are. They're practically on top of you, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. As I say, I would. It's something that I would recommend to people. And one of the things I like about acting, I can be somebody else.
Yeah, that's it. And I think it's so good. And I tell you what, it was good with me, because when Sean passed away, I lost a lot of confidence, and I didn't feel that I could cope well with life. My independence seemed to wane as well, and the acting did actually boost that for me.
Yeah.
And I think,
and that, as I say, you were in a couple of plays where there was a lot of people about. There was a lot of cast. Like, you did the pantomime, and you did the Village Hall Murders, and there were big casts. And that's you're getting to meet people on a regular basis, and it gets you, out of the house. And sometimes I've been there myself. You can sometimes feel like you're sitting in your house, and I'm not saying it becomes a prison, but you just feel a bit, you're staring at the same four walls. Getting out of the house is really important. And as I say, any theatre, not just Hawk, there's some fantastic theatres about the Midlands. And if you are thinking, well, I'd like to try a new interest, I would recommend theatre. A lot of people say you'll never get me acting. And once we get them on that stage, and half the time it's that tiny little part they do. Yeah. I think, am I right in saying, were you the back end of the camel?
Should we not discuss that?
I'm out in public. You were the back end of the camel, and look what you've done since. I mean, you've now. I think I've been every nationality. Like to believe that some of what you've done in terms of being with the theatre has helped you with your radio show.
Oh, it has, yeah. Well, I wouldn't have done this. I wouldn't have gone for this if I hadn't done the theatre.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't have done it, no.
And I remember last November saying to you be careful. Who are these people you're talking to?
Yeah, I know.
And you said, it's okay, it's all right, they're starting a new radio station, and all right, you watch it, Debbie, don't let them,
Yeah. And they haven't, and I tell you what, Tony, they look after me, and they even now, it's got to the point where they recognise when I'm not myself, and I've got to say, and I'm not just saying it because some of them are listening, but we've got the loveliest team here. We really have. We've got a team. I can't even describe what it's like. It's just that we gelled together. We've got on, and and hopefully, well, I've got a bit of news in a bit, so this will tell you how well we've worked. And we've got 3 lovely managers as well. And if there's anything we're worried about, we can talk to them. We can say to them, or hey Jeff, hey Nick, this, or Duncan, this is, I'm a bit worried about this or whatever. And they listen to you. And
well, I've been a regular listener since, you told me about the station, so I started listening to it. And you can see the leaps and bounds over the past, 9-10 months.
Yeah.
And particularly since the move. Yeah. It's like it's giving you all a new lease of life.
It did, and we're in a fantastic show. Well, I'm going to have you on my show one week, if that's all right with you.
That'd be lovely.
Yeah. Okay then. Right, I shall book you in advance.
Are you sure it's only a 2-hour show with me and you together?
Once us two to get talking, we never stop. Anyway, I better let you get on with your evening.
And listen, enjoy the rest of your show. The music tonight has absolutely been fantastic.
Really good. Has. Yeah, I'm pleased with my playlist this week.
And you take care, and I'll hopefully see you during the week, Debbie.
Okay, then. Love you loads, Tony.
All the best.
Take care.
Bye.
Oh, that's it. Now, that was my friend Tony, and he's He's a lovely fella, to be fair. Right, my thought of the day. I don't know whether I need to do one now because the time's going on. But anyway, my thought of the day. I didn't know what to do tonight because I hadn't actually planned to do a thought of the day, as I said, because the whole show was about thought of the day. But I actually was getting... When I do my playlist for the station, I usually go onto YouTube and I just make sure I've got the right song and there's not different versions with swear words and whatever in, so that I know that I'm going to put the right song on. And I happened to see this video and it said, it was this lady and she was a young, beautiful woman. She wasn't just a lady. And she said, and the title of the video was, or the whatever you call it, I have been single for 7 years and I don't mind. And I was thinking, hang on a minute. Well, I've been single for 3 years. And actually, I don't mind. I like my independence. I like the fact that I can come and go as I please. I don't have to answer to anybody. There is a lot of pluses to being single. But there are a few minuses as well. It's the fact you miss your cuddles, you miss your little kisses, you're holding hands with somebody, walking on the beach with somebody, all the stuff that you do when you're a couple, you miss. And then I listened. I thought, I wonder what that's about. So I pressed my phone. I was listening, and she made quite a good few points about being single. And the one thing she did say is the fact that her life, and as she said it, I thought to myself, hang on a second, that is actually true because it is what I have discovered, and your life becomes richer with men. When I say with men, I don't mean like, getting jiggy with it or anything like that sort of men. But I have so many male friends now, and she was saying the same thing. I have so many male friends, and the quality of my male friends, they're not flaky men, do you know what I mean? They are men that I know I can, like I did today, I text Nick and because he asked me to do something for him, and I can... the quality of the men in my life is a good quality man, and they're married and they have relationships, they're with partners and whatever, but they are they're special people, and I didn't have a lot of male friends before I lost Sean. I didn't, but the men I have in my life now are very rich, and they look after you the way a man does, you're all right, gently pat you on the back, as much to say, as if you've got wind. But that's what men do, unless you're in a relationship with them. Then obviously it's not. But so her finishing comment, and I'd like all single ladies out there to think about this, because it did make sense to me when she'd gone through everything she'd said, that if the quality of the men you have in your life as friendships is as rich as mine is, as hers is, imagine when you meet the man that's going to love you. He's going to be a mighty fine gentleman, I'd like to say. So my positive thought of the day is, enjoy being single, enjoy your male friends, enjoy what having a man who is a friend in your life brings, the knowledge, the understanding. You get to know what, we'll never know what a man thinks really, but, you've got all that going on, and enjoy it, because when you fall in love with somebody, which you eventually will, that person, you'll appreciate him, you'll understand him, you'll understand why these things go on and this happens and that happens. So that was my positive thought for the day, and I thought it was quite a good one, actually. I thought I did quite well there, considering I just pulled it out of the hat as I was getting in the car. So I'm going to play this
Debs
for you.
Donnelly on Solihull Radio.
And then I'm going to play, for my friend Noreen and for my thought of the day, Superwoman by Karen White. Here we go.
Sugar and cream, your eggs are
what's missing is your morning kiss that used to greet me. Now you see the juicy sour. It used to be so sweet, and I can't help but to wonder if you're talking about me. We don't talk the way we used to talk. It's hurting so deep. I've got my pride, I will not cry, but it's making me weak. I'm not your superwoman. I'm not the kind of girl that you can let down and think that everything's okay. Boy, I am only human. This girl needs more than occasional hugs as a token of love from you to me. Ooh, baby. I found my way through the rush hour, trying to make it home just for you. I want to make sure that your dinner will be waiting for you. But when you get there, you just tell me you're not hungry at all. You said you'd rather read the paper and you don't want to talk. You like to think that I'm just crazy when I say that you changed. I'm convinced I know the problem. You don't love me the same. You're just going through the motions and you're not being fair. I've got my pride, I will not cry. Still I can't help but care. I'm not your superwoman. I'm not the kind of girl that you can let down and think that everything is okay. Boy, I am only human. Only human. This girl needs more than occasional hugs as a token of love from you to me. I'm not your superwoman. I'm not the kind of girl that you can let down and think that everything's okay. I am only human. This girl needs more than occasional hugs as a token of love from you to me. Ooh, baby, look into the corners of your mind. I'll always be there for you through good and bad times, but I can't be that superwoman that you want me to be. I'll give my love a lasting love if you return love to me. I'm not your superwoman. Oh, no. I'm not the kind of girl that you can lay down and think that everything's okay. Boy, I am only human. This girl needs more than occasional hugs as a token of love. If you feel it in your heart and you understand me, stop right where you are. Everybody sing along with me. I'm the kind of girl that can treat you so sweet, but you got to realize that you got to be sweeter to me. I need love, I need love, your love. I'm not your superwoman. Oh no. Kind of love that you can let down. Boy, I am only human.
And I tell you what, my fellas, you need to remember that we are only human. We make mistakes. And sorry if your tea's not ready when you get in. It will be. Anyway, thank you, Noreen, for that song. It's a lovely song. I forgot how lovely that song is. Right, Saturday, the 22nd of September, we have Grant Turner and Zoe Cooper, who's a synchronised swimmer, and she was on Britain's Got Talent. So there she is, with her Cosy on and her nose plug, whatever it is. Anyway, so she doesn't drown. They will be at North Solihull Sports Centre for fun water activities, and all these activities are arranged to celebrate the £1 million investment that's been used to upgrade the sports facilities in Solihull. £1 million to upgrade the sports facility. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. Right, I am going to actually play Sophie Ellis Bextor. I'm having trouble with her name tonight. I am going to actually play Sophie Ellis Bextor's song called what is it called? Love Is You. I heard that on the radio quite a lot there as well. And then I'm going to come back and tell you about one of my future guests and why she is coming. Actually, she's another lady I've acted with. Oh, gosh, I sound quite famous. When I leave Solihull Radio Towers tonight, please do not all surge forward to my autograph, because I have to hold myself back and I haven't got my biro. There you go. Anyway, and she's coming on my show on the 29th of September. And she's going to bring somebody with her. Right, okay. So I am now going to play a bit of Sophie Ellis Bextor. If I say it slower, I can get it out. Then I am going to tell you what is happening with my friend Catherine, because she's a member of a band in Solihull. And I will tell you anything else. Or theatre news at the core. I need to discuss that with you. And and our competition. Because this is the last week? No, we've got probably a couple of more weeks of it. And then you need to enter, you need to be in it to win it, as they say. Oh, sound like Dale Winton then. Right, okay, I'm going to play a bit of Sophie Ellis Bextor first, and then we'll discuss all that stuff afterwards.
Child
see, Sophie had her drums out there, didn't she? Now, before I play a song that my daughter has asked me to play on the show this evening, I'm going to tell you about our competition on Solihull Radio. And you have a chance to win a gala meal for two inspired by Jean-Christophe Nouvelli. And it is here in Solihull, and you start off with a champagne reception. How lovely. And you can also, alongside the meal, which is worth £75, by the way, so it's well worth winning, you can win an overnight stay at the Crown Plaza Hotel in Solihull. Now, you can only be in it to win it, so win it, in it, in it, win it, in it. Anyway, either way, you can't win it if you don't have a go. Now, how you have a go is that you go onto the Solihull Radio website, so it's www.solihullradio.com, and you press the competition. There is a list of articles on our website. Press competition. You'll go on there and it will explain everything that you need to do to have a go and be in with a chance. Now, you must read the terms and conditions, because if you don't, there could be a few problems if anything goes wrong. So I'm telling you now, read the terms and conditions and have a go. You never know, you might win, you might not. Now, I promised my daughter that I would play her a record this week, because she said, Mum, you haven't played me a record for ages. I went, oh, I suppose. Anyway, we sat with her playlist on her computer, because some of her stuff I wouldn't listen to. And we both found a mutual record that we both like. So this is by a lady called, I don't know whether you call her Spells or Spellers, but either way, it's, see what you think.
Dead in the water, you left me dead in the water. I went to call on my fight to make it out alive, and you left me dead in the water. Sometimes life is sink or swim, and I thought I was drunk. looking for. You've been what you're looking for. You've been what you're looking for.
Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. I heard he sang a good song. I heard he had a style. And so I came to see him and listen for a while. And there he was, this young boy, stranger to my eyes, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with this song, killing me softly with this song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. I felt all flushed with fever, embarrassed by the crowd. I felt he found my letters and read each one out loud. I prayed that he would finish, but he just kept right on, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song.
Take me to the bridge.
Whoa, whoa, la 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 la, whoa, la, strumming my pain with his fingers. Yes, he was singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song.
As my friends would say, tune. Absolutely love that. Right, okay. So what we need to do now is discuss one of my guests that I'm having on my show. Now, her name is Catherine Fisher, and she's a friend of mine that as I say, we've done quite a bit of acting together. She's a lovely lady, and she is a member of the AD concert band. And they are doing on the 6th of October, which is a Saturday, same day as the wedding show. So you could go to the wedding show and then pop along afterwards. Right, okay. At 7:30 at Bushell Hall in Solihull School, they're doing a concert. And the theme of the concert is the spirit of adventure. That's what I've got, a spirit for adventure. And it's featuring music from all around the world, from the musicals, everything that you can think of. And the AD Concert Band is local to Solihull. Well, I'd never heard of them till Catherine actually messaged me yesterday and said, is there a chance that we can come on your show and talk about ourselves? And I said, of course you can. They're local to Solihull and they rehearse every Wednesday 8 till 10 p.m. at Alderbrook School. So if you're interested in learning to sing, which I probably would be, but I'm such a busy lady, I can't fit everything in. Get yourself along to Alderbrook School between 8 and 10 on a Wednesday evening and say, Debs Donnelly from Solihull Radio sent me. She mentioned me on your show. She mentioned it on your show. Right, okay. So you can go to this concert on the 6th of October. The tickets are £8 if you pre-book. If you book in advance, whichever way you want to word it, or £10 on the door. Tickets can be booked in advance at the Core Theatre, which the number is 0121 704 6969. And Catherine and some of her band members are joining me on Saturday the 29th of December to discuss the concert and what else they do. So I'm quite looking forward to having them on. So if you're interested, if you'd like a night out, a musical night out, please think about it. On the Saturday the 6th of October at Bushell Hall in Solihull School, and the theme of the concert is the spirit of adventure. You can book your tickets in advance or you can buy them on the door, which is £10. If you book them in advance, it's £8, and the tickets can be booked from the Course Theatre, which is 0121 704 6969. And as I say, I'm having Catherine and some of her friends on as guests on the 29th of September. So that'll be nice. Is that right, the 29th? Yeah, that's right, yes. Because that's the weekend. We're at the food festival. I'm there on the Sunday. Yes, that's right. I'm going to play you this song I heard today, which I thought was quite nice. And then we'll discuss what actually is going on at the Core Theatre, which will be lovely.
2 days past 18, he was waiting for the bus in his army green. Sat down in a booth in a cafe there, gave his order to a girl with a bow in her hair. He's a little shy, so she gave him a smile, and he said, would you mind sitting down for a while and talking to me? I'm feeling a little low. She said, I'm off in an hour and I know where we can go. So they went down and they sat on the pier. He said, I bet you got a boyfriend, but I don't care. I got no one to send a letter to. Would you mind if I sent one back here to you? I cried, never gonna hold the hand of another guy. Too young for him, they told her. So the letters came from an army camp in California, then Vietnam, and he told her of his heart. It might be love and all of the things he was so scared of. He said, when it's getting kind of rough over here, I think of that day sitting down at the pier, and I close my eyes and see your pretty smile. Don't worry, but I won't be able to write for a while. I cried, never gonna hold the hand of another guy. Too young for him, they told her, waiting for the love of a traveling soldier. Our love will never end, waiting for the soldier to come back again. Never more to be alone when the letter said the soldier said and the anthem sang. A man said, folks, would you bow your heads for a list of local Vietnam dead? Crying all alone under the stands was a piccolo player in the marching band, and one named Red, and nobody really cared but a pretty little girl with a bow in her hair. I cried, never gonna hold the hand of another guy too young for him. They told her, waiting for the love of a traveling soldier. Our love will never end, waiting for the soldier to come back again. Never more to be alone when the letter says the soldier's coming. I cried, never gonna hold the hand of another guy too young for him. They told her, waiting for the love of the traveling soldier. Our love will never end, waiting for the soldier to come back again. Never more to be alone when the letter says the soldier's coming home.
Slow down, lie down. Remember, it's just you and me. Don't sell out, bow out. Remember how this used to be. I just want you closer. Is that alright? Baby, let's get closer tonight. Grant my last request and just let me hold you. Don't shrug your shoulders. Lay down beside me. Sure, I can accept that we're going nowhere, but one last time, let's go there. Lay down beside me. Oh, I found that I'm bound to wander down that one-way road. Oh, and I realize all about your lies, but I'm no wiser than the fool that I was before. I just want you closer. Is that alright? Baby, let's get closer tonight. Grant my last request and just let me hold you. Don't shrug your shoulders. Lay down beside me. And sure, I can accept that we're going nowhere, but one last time, let's go there. Ooh, lay down beside me. Oh, baby, baby. Tell me how can this be wrong? Grant my last request and just let me hold you. Don't shrug your shoulders. Lay down beside me. Sure, I can accept that we're going nowhere, but one last time, let's go there. Lay down beside me. Grant my last request and just let me hold you. Don't shrug your shoulders, no. Lay down beside me. And sure, I can accept that we're going nowhere, but one last time, let's go there. Lay down beside me. Oh, oh, oh.
Right, and now I've just done 2 lots of back-to-backs, but you know what? I've got such good quality music on tonight that I'm just like, oh, I can't play it enough. I wanted to play everything for you. I'm really pleased with my playlist this week. So I'm really, really, absolutely... Well, I love music anyway, so... Oh, absolutely fantastic. Here we go. Right, at the Core Theatre. September the 19th, which is next Tuesday, is it? I think so, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, we have the Barnhart Huxley Hot 5, and that is jazz and jokes. I think possibly Malcolm Stent is something to do with that as well. That's where the jokes part comes from. I seem to vaguely remember reading that. Maybe I've just told you a rumour. Maybe I've just started a rumour. Be proud, woman. Be proud. Anyway, it's Jazz and Jokes, and it's called, they're on September the 19th, the Barnhart Huxley Hot 5. September the 20th, which is the day after the 19th, in case you're getting confused, we have a celebration of John Denver. You fill up my senses. I won't sing it all. Well, I would if I felt tempted, but I won't. Which would actually probably be quite nice. I don't know. It depends if you're into John Denver or whatever, or, it depends on it. On it's Wednesday, no, I'm making up days now. September the 21st, we have something called Mothership, and it's the Led Zeppelin tribute band. Now, there is a warning on this, because there's a little fly on the desk. Get off. Ugh. There is a warning on this. It contains lasers, this show. So if you're prone to anything... that gets affected by lasers, may I suggest, well, I don't want to say this call, but maybe it's not best if you avoid, if you know what I'm saying. Right, and then on September the 22nd is the Sound of Musical. So I am presuming that it is anything and absolutely everything to do with musical theatre, which would be absolutely fantastic. I'm going to play Ed Sheeran. I'm going to discuss with you, because we have new... Oh, gosh, we're getting bigger by the day. We're getting like, somebody who eats a lot of donut sway slime, we're getting bigger by the day. We have a new presenter, I'd like to say. Welcome, Matt. So that's 2 Matts we've got. Welcome, Matt. Oh, I've just realised what I've said. Welcome, Matt. I didn't mean that, actually. I didn't actually mean welcome, Matt. But there you go. So I've actually had to write down who we've got on now and the times they're on and what days, and it's actually become bigger than me, if you know what I mean. Well, that's not hard when I'm only 5 foot. But there you go. Right. Let me now put on a bit of Ed Sheeran while I get my act together, and then I'll be with you. Right, here we go.
Loving can hurt. Loving can hurt sometimes, but it's the only thing that I know. When it gets hard, it can get hard sometimes. It is the only thing that makes us feel alive. We keep this love in a photograph. We made these memories for ourselves, where our eyes are never closing, our hearts are never broken, and time's forever frozen still. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped jeans, holding me closer till our eyes meet. You won't ever be alone. Wait for me to come home. Loving can heal. Loving can mend your soul, and it's the only thing that I know. I swear it will get easier. Remember that with every piece of you. that's when you die. We'll keep this love in its photograph. We made these memories for ourselves, where our eyes are never closing, hearts were never broken, time's forever frozen still. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped jeans, holding me closer till our eyes meet. You won't ever be alone. And if you hurt me, that's okay, baby. Only words bleed inside these pages. You just hold me. I won't ever let you go. Wait for me to come home. 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 Oh, you can fit me inside the necklace you got when you were 16, next to your heartbeat where I should be. Keep it deep within your soul. And if you hurt me, well that's okay, baby. Only words bleed inside these pages. You just hold me. I won't ever let you go. When I'm away, I will remember how you kissed me under the lamppost back on 6th Street, hearing you whisper through the phone. Wait for me to come home.
Right, there we go. Bit of Ed. Right, I'm going to tell you now. So you best be listening, because if I'm not repeating myself, because I haven't got time. I'm going to tell you what's happening on Solihull Radio next week. We have that many presenters now. It's unbelievable. And we now have another presenter. Right, here we go. Are you ready? On a Sunday, Alex Manners is on between 8 and 10, doing his show for our little diddlies to keep them busy and quiet and eating their toast. So Molly O'Brien, you ready? You ready with them pyjama bottoms, my lovely? Yes, we are. In the afternoon, we have Lee Perry with her cornucopia of guests, and she has a variety of music and I don't know who her guests are this week. I don't know if it's Psychic Week this week. I'm not sure. Every morning between 7 and 9, we have Natalie with her piercing blue eyes. What a glorious looking young lady she is. And then on a Wednesday morning, we have a new presenter. His name is Matt Matt. Start again. Matt Edwards. And he's a fitness instructor, and he's doing a morning at 7 o'clock in the morning. He's doing a fitness show. I'm going to throw the gauntlet down now, Matt. Right, you ready for this? I am going to throw you a challenge. I need to get fit because I am feeling like I am not as fit as I could be. So my challenge is to you. If you can get me fit by Christmas and lost a bit of weight and eating a healthier diet, take me on. That's it. I've put it out there now. You ready? Brace yourself, Matt, because it could be, it could be a very bumpy ride. I just feel like I need to do something with myself, and it's not happening because I'm not. I've got my hula hoop, and I'm quite happy with that, but I need to do a bit more. So there you go, Matt. I've challenged you now. You are now on. The gauntlet is down. I have thrown my cap into the ring. Excuse the expression. Right, Monday, 6 till 8, we have Duncan in his wingback chair, his tartan blanket, his whiskey, his cigar, and his American songbook for you to chill out to. Tuesday, we have Clerical Medical Jeff and his music, his guests, and his advice, and any local information that actually is going on. He will regale you with. Wednesday we have Jake and his long hair and he's rocking music to wake Solihull. Just in case you haven't had a busy enough day, you can now shake your dandruff round the living room. Right, there you go. Thursday we have Matt on 6 till 8. Young trendy Matt, my beautiful boy, is on playing his music. And he is a glory to behold, girls, I'll tell you. Right, Friday between 10 and 12, we have John Harris, who will be giving us local information from the Solihull area, music and anything else that he can get his little paws on. Well, actually, they're quite big paws because he's very tall. There you go. And then on Friday night, we have Reevesy, who I joined last night, between 6 and 8. He does his quiz, he does his music, he does his bad jokes, and he actually sings along to some records. And he got me to join in last night, so I do apologise, folks. Saturday morning, we have Necktie Nick between 10 and 11. He's actually not Necktie Nick anymore. I'm very disappointed in you, Nick. He's now very trendy with his T-shirts and stuff. Then we have Josh on 3 till 5, and then I'm on 6 till 8. Right, I would like to say I have been me. Thank you for having me into your homes, your hearts and your minds. I will say goodbye for this week. Please all look after yourselves. You have been a joy once again, and I hope you've enjoyed the show despite my guest not turning up. I am going to leave you with Kylie Minogue and A Lifetime to Repair. Here we go. Speak to you next week. Love you all.
Cupid don't love me like he used to do, 'cause I'm broken hearted way too soon. I let my guard down, the devil's gone and left me a bruise. Rocks at the bottom, will I try again? Romeo still lives in my head. Thought I would settle down when happy ever after been said. 6, 5, 4, 3. Too many times I wish I never cared. Been torn and twisted, oh I swear. Too many nights crying that it's not fair. If I get hurt again, I need a lifetime to repair. I need a lifetime to repair. I need a lifetime to repair. They told me stories and they got me good. Who's saying fairy tales aren't true? If he saves me from the dragon, well, for that loving I'll be a fool. I'd overlook the stupid things he done. Straight up forgive him when he's wrong. When he's falling off the wagon, we still dance to our favorite slow song. 6, 5, 4, 3. Too many times I wish I never cared. Been torn and twisted, oh I swear. Too many nights crying that it's not fair. If I get hurt again, I need a lifetime to repair. I need a lifetime to repair. They say that love is everywhere, but it's a game of truth or dare. Give me that guarantee and I'll be there. Heaven knows I've tried my best. Now I'm swimming in a sea of loneliness. Wanna take that chance, I wanna say yeah. But too many times I wish I never cared. Been torn and twisted, oh I swear.